Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine Book Club. We're here. I'm joined with Brianna. Hello, Bree Bree.
Hello, how's it going?
You know, it's going. Our book for July August was Till Summer Do Us Part by Meghan Quinn. Now, when I picked this book, we wanted something light and summery, and the book couldn't be more summery. Till Summer Do Us Part. And it had surprisingly good reviews on Goodreads. I mean, Goodreads can steer you wrong. Like most reviews can really do you wrong, right? They're not, it looked like it was good. There was a lot of good reviews. I was like, great, let's do it. So we started to read it, and I personally thought the first 45% of the book was okay. It was fine. I thought it was even funny.
hmm
But you didn't get far because you didn't like the writing. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I did not get far from the beginning. I knew I wasn't gonna really be interested in the book, or I just like didn't like the writing. It seemed a little cheesy to me. It-
It felt very, yeah, it felt very like something you read in high school.
right, exactly. That's how I felt.
I don't think we've read a book by Megan Quinn in the past, but like based off like the covers of the books I see of hers, they do look very bright and stuff. I mean, that doesn't really mean much, but
Maybe
yeah. So,
it's towards that demographic, and that's why they had such good writing. We were not meant to read that book.
so again, I liked the first 45% of the book. I didn't hate it. So Scotty Price is the main character, and she works at this. She works for like what, like a magazine or like a book place. I don't know.
I thought she
She's like
was
a
in law. No, maybe not.
no, she like proofs like writing and stuff.
hmm
But anyways, she's divorced. She's super depressed over the divorce because apparently her ex-husband wasn't very nice to her, and the Chads and the Brads of her job are just like all these people that are married, and she's super jealous of them, and they're kind of jerks to her, and she's kind of like the odd man out because she's not married. And her boss Ellison is also married, and they all get along, and she's kind of like the outcast. So fast forward, she is in a meeting with them, and Chad says something, someone says something about being married, and they're like, well, what are you doing this weekend? And she lies and says, I'm going to do whatever with my husband. And they're like, what do you mean you're not married? And so she lies. And then her boss takes her into the hallway, and she tells her, oh, I want you to see my husband, he's the best therapist, blah blah blah.
Well, she was
And
saying that they're separated.
that they were having problems. Yeah. So the boss said tomorrow morning, which at that point I already knew the book might go downhill because that's so unrealistic. Like you're not gonna find a fake husband over like after work.
Right. Like you just go out and talk to your friend, and all of a sudden he has someone for you.
Like at that point, like I feel like she should have said, well, maybe next week he's out of like I don't know, give it some time so you can figure something out. But
Right. When
he goes,
books like push things on you, like how she really, it's like unrealistic. Like it doesn't have to be tomorrow morning.
yeah,
Like
the
she could have
same
made
thing
an
with
excuse.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to believe it.
Yeah.
Or she could have said that and then like not shown up the next day. Like it's just not realistic to do that after work. So she goes to the bar where her best friend is a bartender, and then her other girlfriend is shows up, and the best friend bartender guy says, "Oh, my brother will do it." And then he calls his brother, and then they meet, and then they go to the counseling session. Now, what really started to piss me off about this book is I don't know if you remember any of the fighting sessions. Like
Uh,
they're in counseling and they're
yes.
fighting, they're bickering and bickering and bickering. It,
Right.
it was pissing me off because it was a lot. I'm like, again, that's not realistic. Like, you're not going to bicker that much.
Well, yeah, it was just annoying.
It was
It
it
was
was
just
fake
annoying.
fighting. Yeah, it was exhausting because he's like this rich guy, and he has nothing to do. He's bored. He sold some tech thing, and now he has money, and he wants to do improv and act. And so he's taking this opportunity to act and use his acting chops. And it's a little much. It's a little much. The stories he was coming up with, all that. So when they're in the counseling, the guy brings up a retreat, and then he agrees to go and pays $15,000 to go to a retreat. So you're telling me And all the people at work, she didn't realize at the time when they agreed that all the guys, the Chads and Brads at her job, the married couples go, and are you telling me they pay $15,000 a year to do that to
Well,
their boss?
they must make really good money.
So again, not realistic. And then fast forward, they're at the retreat. They're in this sex cabin that's like has a dildo in the shower of the shower on the wall, condoms everywhere that were $15 a pop. It was so bizarre. And then they kept fighting. They kept doing the fake fighting, which got exhausting. So from the time they got to the retreat, it fell off for me. I know you stopped reading, and I just finished a book to finish it, but I literally had to fast forward through all the sex scenes, which were way too much. And it was towards the end of the book because they weren't like anything until like the end. But yeah, it wasn't great the last half. So half of it was okay, the other half sucked. So we called it a wrap and said just don't even try to finish it and we'll switch books.
Yeah. It was just, I knew I wasn't gonna like it, and then you said you had to fast forward. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not reading it then.
Well, the thing is like I don't know if you remember that book Ugly Love.
Yeah,
That was
I
kind of
think
like soft porn, but the sex scenes made sense and you could feel the chemistry while you're reading the book. So that kind of is like a movie like where it's appropriate and it wasn't overkill. Like this was like they weren't anything at all and all of a sudden they clicked towards the end and like the sex description was so over the top. It's like stop. It's just like you're
right,
fighting. It's too much.
right. That's what I'm saying. The writing is just not well thought out.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not. So then they tried to make it a little deep too by he had like some family issues and he's always felt responsible for his brother that tried to take his life at some point, and then she has this hang up with her ex-husband, so they try to work through that towards the end, but it just felt fake. It didn't feel real. And then it had potential because I liked the beginning. I thought it was funny the way they interacted at the beginning, but it's just like you said, the writing they couldn't get there. They couldn't
right.
get there. So that leads us to our next book pick, which is The Note by Alistair Burke. I don't know if we read a book by them either. And so this book, I tried to find like another summary book since we're at the end of summer already.
Hmm.
And so I picked this one. So I picked this book because it's like these three friends that kind of have lost touch over the years and they've known each other since they're young and they go for a weekend in the Hamptons. So it's kind of like summer vibes a little bit. And so
Yeah.
they vacation in the Hamptons. It goes terribly wrong for three friends with complicated histories. And it's meant to be a harmless. They go to dinner and they do this harmless prank that turns into something. So
Yeah, this will be a better summer read,
I already
hopefully.
love it. Like I'm already like 50 pages in and I'm into it. Like I want to keep reading. I know I like a book when I want to pick it up again and keep reading. So
Okay,
I like it.
perfect.
I think it's going to be good.
All right, excited for that one.
Yeah. So so we'll have a longer review for this one once we're done.
Alrighty.
And enjoy. We'll see you when we're done. Bye for
Bye.
now.